How y'all bees, beautiful people? What's good? This bees your girl Divine Karma coming in with another message for today. More of an experience. I send you peace, light, love, and harmony as I always do about this time. Why? Because Divine Karma loves you, baby. All right. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all been watching my post, this here, baby. The Gospel of the Holy 12. Oh, child, let me tell you. That's the real Bible. That's the real teachings. And folks, if this was what we went by, a lot of folks wouldn't be what they call Christians. I don't do religion, baby. I do knowledge and wisdom, overstanding, understanding, and understanding. Right? Spirituality. So I was watching Ralph Smart a few minutes ago and decided to share my experience, Infinite Waters on YouTube. And he was talking about the Akashic records. And Spirit speak to me through me and for me today. When I meditated this morning, when I got up, y'all know I've been going through some personal stuff. And this morning when I got up, I guess, y'all, for those that don't know, I am a medium, so I channel a lot. And I accessed my Akashic records some years ago. So this morning when I meditated, I guess, reading this book, Yeshua, who y'all call Jesus. I know it's hard for people to wrap their head around channeling, but I, have this gift. I think everybody does, but everybody just don't tune into it. But I got access to my Akashic records via Yeshua. Said he wanted to show me some things, right? I've seen many of my past lives, many. So I got a glimpse of another one today. When I meditate and I go into the Akashic records, like I'm not here anymore. My body might be sitting here, but I can smell where I am. I can like everything's vivid. So I access my Akashic records. Think of it as the divine just picking you up and putting you in a past life, and you sitting there and you get to see everything. I'm sitting in this kind of, it looked like a dirt kind of adobe kind of place, right? So looking at the structures, and there wasn't really a floor, there was just dirt, and it was me and some other students sitting on benches. And we were in some kind of mystery university, whatever you want to call it, right? So it wasn't a lot of us. The benches was like I said, the benches was like from ancient Kemet times, way back, right? And like I said, it wasn't no floor, just dirt. And we had no shoes on, We were just, and it wasn't a lot of us. It was maybe 6 or 7 other students in there, right? And I'm sitting, there's two sides, some benches over here, some benches over here. I'm sitting on the left side in the very, very first row by myself. And I had this book, but it wasn't writing. It was hieroglyphs, right? And there was a teacher. I couldn't see the teacher's face, right? It seemed like a divine masculine energy. Couldn't see the face. And behind the teacher, behind him was this wooden V, like beams, like a wooden V behind him. It was kind of like, the Mason sign, but half of it, not the whole, not the upside. It was just the V, right, with a star in the middle, right, the Star David in the middle. And I could smell everything. My feet was in the dirt. I had this tablet with hieroglyphs. And I looked at the other students, and they were like struggling to read and like understand. It was like a struggle. Me, on the other hand, my hieroglyphs, not only was I reading them fluently, it was like a big book, but it was, I don't know, like I can't explain it, like a digital version of hieroglyphs or something. I don't know. But while they were struggling, I was reading through the hieroglyphs quickly and just like taking my hand and just flipping like these so-called pages, right? And the teacher, right, he was in this black kind of robe. Like I said, it felt like divine masculine energy. And he looked at me, and when he looked at me, my eyes, for some reason I could see my reflection in him. And when he looked at me, my eyes like turned white, like glow, like just a magnitude of light when he looked at me, right? And I'm flipping through the hieroglyphs, and he's telling me to repeat what I'm reading. I don't even know what I was saying because it wasn't in this language, obviously. So I'm flipping and I'm speaking so fast, and the knowledge is just downloading so fast. He's just looking at me, and the other children were in there. I probably was maybe 12, 13, and the other children was just looking at me like, what in the blue magic hair grease is going on with this chick, right? And it was like, when he looked and my eyes just turned white, and there was this light in my eyes, right? He looked at me with this look, and I was just like uttering everything, just going super fast, all the hieroglyphs, just reading them off, and not just reading them. Like I was downloading the information and the messages and speaking them like in a way that it was more energetic than anything. So did that. It was time to go. I closed my book, right? And I set the book down. And the man was still standing, the teacher still standing up there. All the other, children, they ran out. I was the last one to leave the building. I ran out, right? When I ran outside, I got outside the door. There was like a little bitty porch and one step down. I stepped down, right? And I was about to walk off, right? All the other children was gone. I was about to walk off. And I guess, my gifts kicked in, and I felt a presence behind me, and whoever it was, I felt they had threw a dagger at my back. But because of who I am, I like some force field or something like popped up, and the dagger never hit my back. When I turned around, I grabbed the dagger like out of midair and threw it down. And when I looked up to see who threw the dagger, it was my twin flame, right? And he's standing there, and I'm looking at him. By this time, the other kids had came back, and they had seen what happened. And like two of the kids and the teacher had came outside, and two of the kids was whispering. They kept saying, she's the chosen one. She's one of those chosen ones, right? And the teacher was still looking there. That light came into my eyes again, and I looked at my twin flame, and like tears just came down his eyes. And he turned around and he took off running and just like disappeared into thin air. And I looked at the teacher, and I dropped the dagger, and I looked at the teacher, and the teacher, he spoke to me telepathically. Now with his mouth, the teacher said, you will have many trials and tribulations with this one. He's not ready. He doesn't understand. And there's going to be a lot of life lessons with it. Like he was telling me all the trials, all the tribulations, everything that I'm going to go through the multiple times. And I don't know if I've ever told y'all, but this is my 16th life encountering my twin flame, right? Which, we don't speak right now for reasons, and it was just crazy. And the teacher was just telepathically, saying you're going to have, like, this is going to be a challenge for you. He's not ready. Like he has an energy in him that just, he can't shake it. Like he can't shake it, right? And the whole time the other children are just staring there like gazing at me, right? And it kind of irritated me. So I looked at them and like opened my eyes, and the light like irritated them in some way, and like it didn't harm them, but it just like irritated them, and then they ran off or whatever. And then I came back. Accessing the Akashic records is one of the most amazing things I think I have learned since I have awakened and become conscious. It is absolutely freaking amazing to get to go into the library of everywhere I've been, every thought I've had. There are no secrets. Everything's recorded. Every thought you have, every breath, everything's recorded. And it's so amazing to be able to access that, right? So I wanted to share that with y'all today, right? Y'all know the drill. I love you, and I love it when you love me back. We'll chat soon. I'm gonna get back into this book though. Peace.